Life can be challenging, especially when we face financial hardship. It's easy to question why we go through tough times, especially when it comes to money. But what if these struggles are not meant to break us? What if they hold a deeper divine purpose? The truth is, financial difficulties can be opportunities for spiritual growth. God often uses these seasons to draw us closer to Him and to teach us valuable lessons. When we face hardship with faith, we open ourselves to a new level of understanding and dependence on God's provision. Remember, God is more interested in our character development than our comfort. He wants to build our faith and trust in Him, even when things are tough. As we learn to rely on Him more, we discover a strength we never knew we had. Just like a gardener prunes a plant to help it grow stronger, God uses financial hardship to prune away our dependence on material things and to draw us closer to Him. Financial struggles have a way of revealing our true dependence. When we face lack, we are forced to confront our own limitations and to acknowledge our need for God's help. This can be a humbling experience, but it is in these moments of surrender that our faith is refined. Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 3 reminds us that God allows us to experience hunger so that He can teach us to rely on Him, not just for physical sustenance, but for everything. He wants us to understand that true security is not found in our bank accounts but in our relationship with Him. When we shift our focus from our problems to God's promises, we begin to experience His supernatural provision. It may not always come in the way we expect, but it will always be enough. Remember the story of the Israelites in the wilderness. God provided for their every need, even when it seemed impossible. He can do the same for us today. Financial hardship has a way of exposing our true priorities. When money is tight, it's easy to become consumed with worry and anxiety. We may even be tempted to compromise our values in pursuit of financial security. Matthew chapter 6 verse 24 reminds us that we cannot serve two masters. We will either love money or love God. Financial struggles can reveal where our true allegiance lies. It's also important to remember that we are engaged in a spiritual battle. The enemy would love nothing more than to use financial hardship to derail our faith and to prevent us from fulfilling God's purpose for our lives. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12 tells us that our struggle is not against flesh and blood but against spiritual forces. We must put on the armor of God and stand firm in our faith. While financial hardship is never easy, it's important to remember that it is only temporary. God has a plan for our lives and He will use even the most difficult seasons for our good. Philippians chapter 4 verses 12 to 13 teaches us the secret of contentment. Paul wrote these words from prison, reminding us that true joy is not dependent on our circumstances. When we learn to be content in Christ, we can face any challenge with peace and confidence. Remember, financial hardship does not negate God's purpose for your life. He is still working behind the scenes, even when you can't see it. Trust in His timing, and know that He will never leave you nor forsake you.